Buddy Neil here from ArcheryDeerHunting101.com. Got a new product. I did a YouTube video on it a couple weeks ago. Been getting a lot of emails about them, how to use them, how accurate they truly are. My opinion, they're one of the best sights I ever had, for a simple reason is that your anchor point is identical every single time. Got rid of kisser buttons, got rid of peep sights, got rid of torque issues. I was notorious for having bad torque issues. He's got two different models. He's got the Eliminator Pro, and he also has a rear add-on. He's got an older model. It's called the Eliminator. He's got vertical pin setup and horizontal pin setup. Got one of each right here. Right here is the horizontal pin. One pin going up, 4 dots. When I call it a pin, I'm just meaning each spot where you've got fiber optics. That's what I'm calling a pin, but it's only one pin. Alright, this one here is a horizontal pin setup. I've got 9 pins on this one because I used it to get out to 100 yards. What he's done for me is the rear anchor pin, he's got a slot cut in it, so my anchor point, it could be 60, 70, 50, whichever one I like. But he slotted it so I could see the pins below that. Every time I draw back on this sight, this one I've got my 70-yard pin representing my anchor point. A 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, all the way out to 110 yards increments. This one here is my hunting sight. It's the Eliminator Pro. What I do is your bottom pin is your anchor point. Every time I draw back, I put the bottom fiber optic in this pocket right there. Every time I draw back, it's always going to be in that one. All I do is I draw back, just like you're shooting a peep sight or anything. Close my left eye, I'm right-handed. Draw back, make sure my bottom pin is in the bottom of the pocket of the V. Every time that is, it's there, it's a dead-on shot every single time. Like I said, I used to have bad torque issues. I'd be gripping the bow and not realizing it. Well, on this sight, once you sight it in correctly, every time you pull back, if I'm gripping, I mean just a little bit of grip, what it'll do is that pocket, this pocket here and this pin will not line up. The minute I open my hands or correct my anchor point, it's dead in the pocket. That's why this sight is so accurate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in. You guys take a better look at it. Alright, let me back up a little bit. Every time I draw back, that bottom pin, which is my 75-yard pin, is in that pocket. You see what little bit of movement it takes and it's not in the pocket. Well, just think if you got torque issues, you know, it'll be off to this side, off to the right, or it'll be covered up. Every time I draw back and my anchor point is correct, that pin will be lined up in the bottom of that pocket. This is my 25 yard. I set it flat at 25 yard. I'm shooting about 295 feet per second. So from a tree stand, from 0 to 35, I'm dead on with that top pin. Got it set in, like I said, 25 yards flat. This one is my 35 flat. This one comes out to be 50, and then this one comes out to be 70. Let me show you the horizontal pins. Let me see if we can get them lined up here. It's a little bit harder. Let me back away some. Okay, every time I draw back, I've got the green fiber optics representing my anchor pin. And he's got a slot in the back pin so I can see my pins below it. My 80, 90, and 100. The pin, he sent it special. It doesn't come on the ones you buy in the store or buy directly off him. His name's Mitchell Smits from Extreme Outdoor Products. Again, this is the Eliminator Pro vertical pin. And this is the Eliminator with 9 horizontal pins on here. Best sight I've ever had. Like I said, got rid of my peep, got rid of my kisser button. Absolutely the best sight I've ever had as far as anchoring, identical. Let's put it like this, you put this on your sight, you better have a 5-dot target at 25 yards because you cannot shoot 5 arrows at the same dot. Alright, again, this is Neil Lambert from ArcheryDeerHunting101.com. You can go check out Extreme Outdoor Products. Mitchell Smith's the owner. The Eliminator Pro. This is the Eliminator. He's got the horizontal pin and the vertical pin, and he's got the horizontal pin set up. He's got light. He's got 7/16 threaded holes, so you can put your light, your blue blazer, whatever type of light you like to use. He's got one for the front, one for the back. If anybody likes going to those coon shoots, shooting anything at nighttime, it looks like you're in disco land. They're so bright. All right, you guys have a good day.